Welcome back to Recreational Garage. Since the last video, I spent some time working on this driver's side rear lower control arm, and I got this box tack welded in. I just wanted to get this figured out so I could kind of keep making some progress forward, so I didn't take any time to film it. As you can see, we have a 1/2 inch gap up along the top here. I've got some ideas for what to do about that, and when I move to the other slide I'll show you why we have that gap. But this is looking really good. Took some effort just to get that box squared up and as straight in line with the rear axle mount as I could, and I think it's really close. So we'll swing over to the other side here, and what I ended up doing, I added a plate on this part of the frame rail here, which ended up tying into the subframe connector on the other side. So we'll do that on this side again as well. It'll just kind of help strengthen up the frame and give us a little bit more, something with a little bit more thickness to weld the box to. I don't know if it'll show on camera here, but there is like a step up in the floor pan right here. And just eyeballing, it looks like it's around 3/8 of an inch. Between that and then the fact that some of these welds, these spot welds, are bumped up and stuff, and you've got a couple layers of sheet metal welded together here, and that's why we end up with that gap on the far end of the box. But that's where the box needs to be squared up with the rear axle. So we'll do the same thing on this side, and then we'll get that all going. So what I'm going to start with is just cutting that torque box down and then start getting it mocked up in here to see where we can go, just to get it going. So hopefully we'll get this one tacked in, and then we can actually validate that the axle goes up and down smoothly, and then get back into trying to figure out the rear uppers. Anyway, let's get to it and see what we can get done. So we made some great progress. Both lower torque boxes are tacked into the car. So we have both lower control arms in place and everything's tack welded together. I did go ahead and jack the axle up and down a little bit and it moves freely and without any binding from what I can tell. So we're looking really good. There's still some things I have to do to finalize the torque box, lower torque box installation here on both sides. So we'll either work on that next time or start on the uppers, because it'd be kind of nice to get the uppers tacked in as well and make sure everything moves freely before we fully weld anything in. This way, if we have to make any changes, we can. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.